All right, welcome back. One of the things that I collect are remote control vehicles, and I have a few really interesting ones. I've never shared any of that on YouTube before, but this one is a perfect one to start it off, and that is because this one is the same model Nikko Yamaha Tri Z Tricycle that I had when I was growing up. It was the first remote control vehicle that I ever had, 1985. I think my grandpa got it for me. I don't know where mine is. I've been trying to find it for a while, but I was able to find this one on eBay recently. I've been trying to find one that's brand new in box. You can kind of see this wheel's a little lopsided, so it's not perfect, but it actually works. It runs well. So we're gonna throw it down on the ground and show you a little bit of why I loved this growing up. Here is the remote. It's one of these older ones where you just had forward, backward, left, and right. In this case, going left and right, just pause one of the rear wheels. These rear wheels are modular and kind of turn back and forth. The front wheel just tracks. It's not actually doing the steering. I think there is an Electron brand or something, Electron Honda Dust Runner version of this. I never had it, but kind of a red one that was more popular. And that one had variable steering, which probably uses the front wheel, but I'm not 100% sure. But I don't know. That model is very different. This one takes a mix of regular AA batteries as well as NIMH, or back then it was NiCad rechargeable batteries. They go right here under the seat, plug in, and let's go ahead and turn it on and give it a little run here. This is a pretty neat one. You can see it's right away doing something that we used to see our cars do back in the day, which is start driving without anything actually happening. So it's just doing that on its own. But as you can see, as it gets going, it's pretty fun. And this is the most fun part, is that it could do wheelies. Let me bring it back over here a little bit, if I can. There we go. So it can do wheelies. And it's now starting to run a little lower on batteries. When I first put the new batteries in, it actually couldn't not do wheelies. So it's kind of nice now that it's calming down a little bit. But at first I could only do wheelies. I couldn't just drive it around normal. So it's kind of funny. One of the things I loved about this is that it's very easy. I mean, as a kid, to be able to do things like wheelies and tricks and stuff, that's pretty neat because you're growing up. You know, I've got the Christmas tree over here right now. You're growing up, you're getting these gifts, and a lot of times they were even like too hard to really drive as a little kid. This thing was very easy to figure out. I just had my 4-year-old driving it. In fact, I'll give it to him right now. Here you go, buddy. And I'll let him drive it, and he'll show you that he can also navigate this thing around no problem. So it's just one of those things where he's never driven this before. A few minutes ago, I let him drive it for the first time. He's doing wheelies, right? He's 4 years old. That's amazing. He figures out how to back it up, do a little wheelie, pop up, maybe do a spinning wheelie or whatever. And that's like really neat. Like the vehicles that I get him now are way faster, way crazier, more impressive. But man, they're pretty hard to use. And this is just not hard to use. That makes it really neat to me. So this is a pretty neat one. He's handing me the remote back here. So I'm going to bring it in and just show you that this particular one did come with a box, which is pretty neat as well. So this box is pretty beat up, unfortunately, but this was the original box, you know, like the one I had when I was growing up from 1985, styrofoam on the inside. There's not much to look in on the inside, or I'd show it to you. This one's torn and got, you know, taped back together, but just to have the original box is pretty neat, of course. Mentioned the remote, just a classic Nikko remote. I'm going to do a few videos on some of my other RC vehicles, but most of these are just 9-volt battery, although some of them did take a number of AA batteries or even rechargeables in some cases. This one does have that classic antenna. I'm pretty confident I broke mine within a few months just because it was very easy to bend it and get it all out of whack. And these, you know, when you first buy them would come, you know, unplugged. And if I go to put this back in the box, I actually have to unscrew it. So I might as well just do that right now so you can see it. And bam, these both fit in the box now, and it'll go away for safekeeping. One of the things that was pretty remarkable to me, despite the fact that this is a 30-plus-year-old vehicle, is that these are still pretty rubbery and supple. Now, if this thing had been brand new in box, they'd actually feel like new. I have a 4-wheel version of this, which I'll do another video on, and it is brand new in box, and the tires feel like they were made like last year. I mean, it's amazing how well these things hold up. This again from 1985. We're about to be in 2024. So this is a 39-year-old vehicle. You know, going on 39, it's crazy. It's hard to imagine that this is that old and still looks this good. So don't make them like they used to, but pretty neat little vehicle. The Nikko Yamaha Tri Z Tricycle, ATC, whatever you want to call it. And thought that would be a fun one to share with everyone. So want to wish everyone a happy new year ahead. Doing some alternative content here, obviously not for you knife nuts out there, if that's where you've been following my my knife collection. But I'm going to start to do some videos on my RC collection as well, because that is something that I have, and why not? All right, if you enjoyed that, please like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.